The creation of the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist at CERN, invented the World Wide Web in 1989. On April 30th, 1993, CERN put the www software in the public domain. Without technology, globalization would probably not be a topic for discussion. It is used to send and receive information globally. HTML was first developed in 1990 by Tim Berners-Lee. It is short for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is used to create electronic documents called pages that are displayed on the World Wide Web. Each page contains a series of connections to other pages called hyperlinks. The World Wide Web is the universe of network accessibility, information, and embodiment of human knowledge. World Wide Web Consortium. The web was originally thought of and developed to meet the demand for automatic information sharing between scientists and institutions and universities around the world. Tim Berners-Lee once said, "In those days, there was different information and different computers, but you had to log on to different computers to get at it. Also, sometimes you had to learn a different program on each computer. Often, it was just easier to go and ask people when they were having coffee." Tim Berners-Lee was asked one day if he was the creator of the internet. His response was, "No, no, no. When I was doing the www, most of the bits I needed were already done." The first website was dedicated to the World Wide Web project. It was invented by CERN in 1989, located in Geneva, Switzerland. It described the basic features of the web, like how to set it up on your computer. The creation of the World Wide Web has totally caused differences from before it was created and now. One difference is that we multitask a lot more. With the invention of the HTML, it allows us to have multiple tabs on the World Wide Web open at a time, causing a lot of people to multitask. Political campaigns have been taken to the internet, and people no longer have the need to send telegrams. Also, a lot of people don't need doctors anymore. By self-diagnosing, and we don't need phone books anymore. Also, people work less, sleep less, and even socialize less. People can watch TV and movies whenever they want, and no one reads the paper anymore. The world has been completely changed by the World Wide Web. People all around the world have access to the internet. Businesses have been benefited greatly by having a well-designed, professional-looking website, because a website speaks a lot about your business and represents the image of your company. As a businessman, you could be sitting in your office at one place and be able to offer your services to customers all over the world. A website is an essential tool for marketing your business. Not only can you reach customers from around the world, but you can reach anywhere in the globe through your website. The creation of the World Wide Web connects to late capitalism because the people had a very long process of finding simple information before, so after the war, this was created to create efficiency. The definition of globalization is the process by which businesses or other organizations develop internationally or start operating on an international scale. Without technology, globalization would probably not be a topic for discussion. The internet is providing a platform where companies that are thousands of miles apart can communicate and share information. The network has radically changed the business world. It has enabled companies to improve their competitive edge and increase productivity simply because of the speed of access to information and of electronic transactions. The internet has altered the structure of the mass media. Most of the news networks were local or national prior to the internet revolution, and only a few companies, such as CNN, broadcast in other countries. Now, the news on all networks is available constantly anywhere in the world and is updated as events occur. On the negative side, not everyone is able to join the global community. Countries in the developing world are not able to take advantage of the internet in the same way as developed nations can. In some places, political control of the internet means the government censors the internet and bans access to certain websites. In effect, there is no universally equal access to the internet, and this disadvantages people and businesses in developing nations who are unable to take advantage of the internet's global potential. The creation of the World Wide Web is very historically significant because people use the World Wide Web for everything. They use it to get the news, find out the weather forecast, diagnose for medical problems, cooking recipes, books, reviews, etc. People also can use the World Wide Web to express opinions, book flights, buy and sell goods, plan vacations, etc. Before the creation of the World Wide Web, for decades, the majority of people got their information from newspapers, the radio, and TV. The WWW has advantages over the old resources with time, localization, universality, focus, search, and linking.